Welcome back to another episode of NaytonTech. Today's going to be a how-to video on how to install a USB charger. Some of you guys have been following my videos. It's this little guy right here, USB charger, dual, on your EF radio console. So what we're going to do is we're going to take this off. We're going to hone out the hole a little bit, and I'm actually going to show you how to wire it in and everything to replace that. Now the reason why we're doing this is because if any of you guys have my cup holders and you have a USB charger plugged into this guy, this is the anchor. When most of them stick out almost this far, well, that kicks this cable way out here. So what we're going to try to do is get this cable so that it doesn't interfere with your cups, and it actually is going to stick all the way in here like this, so that it's just the cable that's out, which won't interfere with your cup because it's soft. A few things you're going to need. You're going to need a Phillips screwdriver to take out the console. There are 4 screws. If you guys have never taken one of these out, on the passenger side there is a screw here, and there's a screw right up here. You do have to lower your glove box to get to this screw. On the driver's side, there's another one on the side, and then there's another one right up here on the dash. Once you get those 4 out, you're just going to pull the console straight forward, maybe down just a hair, and you're going to have to unclip this clip right here. Just push and pull the other side out. Once your console's out, feel free to clean it up a little bit. I did on mine. It had a bunch of dust on it. We're going to undo these 2 cables, but let's go over a few of the more of the tools first because I need to get into that. So you're going to need your Phillips screwdriver to take out those 4 screws. You're going to need some butt connectors. I use these style if at all possible, and then I put heat shrink over them. A normal butt connector would work, or you can also solder and do heat shrink as well. I do have a roll of heat shrink. You can pick this up just about anywhere. Any place that carries automotive parts usually has them. You're going to need some crimpers if you're using the butt connectors. I am, so we use a set of wire strippers. Obviously, you're going to need your USB charger. I recommend one of these type of bits to drill into the plastic. Obviously, if you have a bit, you're going to need a cordless drill, or a drill. Most are cordless nowadays. That's pretty much all you need for your tools. You may want some extra wire. Some of you guys that have the rear cup holder or the rear ashtray USB charger, you're going to need about 3 or 4 feet of wiring. You can actually, I'll show you where you can kind of pair off and run the wires off of this as well. So you'd actually connect in here, run 2 extra wires, run them down under your carpet and all the way back behind your e-brake to that ashtray, and you can plug in the 2 wires there. So you can actually kill 2 birds with 1 stone with this how-to. I'm not going to be adding mine in right now. I don't have the wire for it, so I'll add it in later. But this will get you the idea of at least how to plug everything in. To get this off, to actually get this whole charger off, we're going to unplug. You've got a ground wire, which is the black one. Ground, usually on these, the ground is the outside, and the center pin, which is what this connects to, is your power. Let's see if I can remember how to get this. There are 2 little clips. I don't know if I can get this in here close enough. There's 2 little clips you got to pry up, one here and one in the back. If you pry those up, that'll separate. That plastic will separate. Okay, once you get that separated, it'll actually come completely off. Anyway, this connector will just pull off. So you pull both of those guys buggers off there. Cut yourself. Okay, once those are off, just set that wire off to the side. We're going to be cutting those connectors off. This piece, this outer rim, twists off sometimes it's a little tight. Anyway, hold, like I put your thumb in here to hold down and then twist this outer piece off. So you'll have this collar that twists off of this guy right here. So you had one wire that connected here and then one wire that actually connected to that collar. Then what you're left with is this piece, which we can actually use this if we wanted, as well as your hole here. Whoops, sorry. Hole right here. So this is the hole we're going to hone out. I'm actually not going to put this on because it actually kicks it out a little bit further, and I want every 1/8 inch I can get. So grab your drill. And I think I only had to go about just one more notch wherever it goes in so far, and then I went one more notch, and I actually had to do it on both sides to make it look a little bit cleaner. So all you're going to do is stick her in here. Do one side, do the other. Go ahead and do one and then check it. It's better to not go too far. Put that collar on. If it's not enough, go a little further. Ooh, and I like that one. It fits even better than the last picture I posted on social media of this blue one. This is actually my personal console. This one actually screws in. It's just tight enough to where it'll screw in, which means it'll be centered even more. So anyway, you'll get this, put this all the way in. This one's taking a while. Okay, and you're going to center it. Or not center it, but make sure it's up and down. Put your set ring on the back. Actually, I'm gonna have to. There are two little fingers right here. Can you guys see those? I'm actually gonna have to cut those off real quick because they are hitting this nut right there. Okay, make sure that stays straight and tighten it down as tight as you can get it so it doesn't move on you. Come loose. Can't get that any tighter. Okay, so there's the back. Sorry about the lighting. I still have not got that light fixed. And then here's the front. Very nice. Let's go the wrong way. Very nice and clean. So now if I plug this USB cable in, which is the whole point of doing this, that cable barely sticks out. A lot better than all the way out here, which is the whole point. Okay, so now that that's done, now we get to do the wiring, which is actually very easy. So we got our two heat shrink pieces, our two butt connectors. What we're going to do is you're going to cut both of these connectors off. I'm not going to use them anymore, so we're going to cut them right off at the end here. Those two pieces go bye-bye. You can actually take this piece off if you want because it's going to get in my way. Now remember before we said the black was ground, this white with the blue wire is your positive. Strip both of the ends. You do not have to strip them much. Depends on the butt connector you use. The ones I have do not need a lot. Put it in your crimper, crimp the ends. Sometimes you have to twist these ends so they don't fray on you when you put them in your butt connector. Okay, now with this piece, we got a harness. I'm going to use the two ends that came with it, and I don't need very much, so I'm probably only going to cut off maybe 6 inches, probably actually a little less. And since I know this is fused already, I don't need to use the fuse that came on this bundle of wires here. Pull this apart just a little bit so it still kind of stays a nice little bundle there. Strip your wires. Okay, now this is the key part. Since these are the only two butt connectors I have, I cannot mess this part up. Put your heat shrink on the wires before you crimp the other half. Okay, the white was positive, so we're going to make that the red. See, I messed it up. Okay, well, I'm going to do mine backwards. I have to cut these off later anyway, so I just got to make sure I do them backwards. Pay attention. Even a guy like me messes up all the time. Or can mess up, anyway. Okay, so I just have to make sure that my red is actually my ground wire. These are marked. I don't know if you can see that in the video. This side is positive, this side is negative. So mine are going to be backwards. But it's just wires and colors. Okay. With that plugged in, we're going to heat shrink these two buggers real quick. You will need either a heat gun, a match, or a lighter. Usually work pretty good. I do have a heat gun plugged in right down here. Okay, that is about as close to you're going to get as a factory sub. You can still use the factory plug, so you don't have to do anything under the dash. Wires are fairly short, so they're not going to get caught or bound on anything. Like I said, if you do have the rear charger and you want to use this one with it, all you do is where you put your two wires here, you're going to run another positive and another ground off of these two butt connectors. You're just going to split it and run those two under your carpet. That's all you're going to have to do. That's pretty much it. What do you guys think? I will put a link to the couple different colors of these. They do make a blue, a red, an orange, and a green that I have seen. These are just available on Amazon for right around the $13 range. I will put them a link down in the description as well as on the website. If you guys have any questions, post it below. Hit me up on social media. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe, because I'm going to be putting out a lot more of these how-to videos. And we will see you next time.